Your body keeps the score. Literally. Every trauma, every overwhelming experience gets stored in your nervous system and tissues. But here's what most people don't know. There's actual science explaining exactly how this happens, and more importantly, how you can release it. I'm going to share the research that changed everything I thought I knew about trauma and healing. I'm Alain, a somatic experiencing practitioner in training. So I work with clients dealing with trauma, and the question I get asked most is, why do I still feel this in my body years later? Today, I'm going to give you the complete scientific explanation. Traditional psychology says trauma is a mental health issue. Talk therapy processes the memories, changes your thoughts, and you'll heal. Somatic science says trauma is actually a physiological issue. It's about the incomplete biological responses that get stuck in your nervous system. Peter Levine's work with animals in the wild showed us something crucial. Animals experience life-threatening situations constantly, but they don't develop PTSD. Why? Because they complete their stress response cycle. Dr. Stephen Porges' polyvagal theory explains exactly how trauma gets stuck. Your nervous system hierarchy. First, ventral vagal, social engagement. I'm safe, I can connect. Second, sympathetic, fight or flight. I need to fight or run. Third, dorsal vagal, freeze or shut down. I can't fight or run, so I'll freeze. What happens during trauma? When you face a threat, your nervous system moves down this hierarchy. First, you try to connect and negotiate, social engagement. If that fails, you prepare to fight or run, sympathetic activation. If that's not possible, you'll freeze or shut down, dorsal vagal. In healthy stress responses, you'll move through these states and return to calm. But in trauma, you'll get stuck in one of these states. Usually sympathetic, hypervigilance, or dorsal vagal, numbness, depression. The amygdala, that's your alarm system. When trauma occurs, your amygdala, your fear center, gets hyperactivated. It starts treating normal situations as threats. The hippocampus is your memory center. Trauma affects your hippocampus, which is responsible for contextual memory, time sequencing, distinguishing past from present. This is why trauma survivors often feel like the trauma is happening right now, even years later. The prefrontal cortex, your CEO of the brain. Trauma causes the prefrontal cortex to go offline. This is your rational thinking, decision-making, impulse control. Let's talk about the body's memory system. Research by Dr. Bessel van der Kolk shows that trauma is stored in muscle tension patterns, breathing patterns, posture and movement, and nervous system activation levels. What animals do, what we don't, when a gazelle escapes from a lion, it just doesn't walk away. It runs to safety, trembles and shakes, takes deep breaths, and returns to normal grazing. What humans do, we often escape the threat, immediately try to be strong, suppress natural responses, and never complete the stress cycle. Peter Levine discovered that trauma is essentially trapped survival energy. Your body prepared to fight or flight but couldn't complete this action. That energy remains stuck in your system. The limitation of top-down approaches. Traditional therapy works with the thinking brain, prefrontal cortex, but trauma is stored in the brainstem, in the limbic system, and the body. So why is there need for bottom-up approaches? Because somatic therapies work with the body and the nervous system. Here are a couple of examples of somatic therapies. So somatic experiencing, EDMR, breathwork, movement therapy, and yoga therapy. Let's talk about the healing process. Titration, working with small amounts instead of overwhelming the system. We work with small amounts of sensation and emotion at a time. Pendulation, moving between states. We help the nervous system learn to move fluidly between activation and calm. Completion, we're finishing the incomplete responses. We help the body complete the fight, flight, or freeze response that got interrupted. Here are some simple techniques that you can try. The shake and release. Now, stand with your feet hip wide apart. Begin bouncing gently on your feet. Let the bouncing turn into shaking. Continue for 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Stop and notice what you feel. Secondly, the voo sound. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, make a long voo sound. Feel the vibration in your chest and belly. Repeat that 3 to 5 times. Trauma gets stuck in your body because it's an incomplete biological response, not just a mental experience. The good news? Your nervous system is designed to heal. With the right approaches, you can help your body complete what it couldn't complete before. Remember, this isn't about reliving trauma. It's about helping your nervous system update its threat detection system. Next video, I'm sharing a 3-minute breathing technique that can stop panic attacks instantly. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.